Hello everyone, my name is Havian and today I'll be going over the newly released information about the upcoming Zhongli changes and Geo resonance buffs. Earlier today, MiHoYo released a news post outlining some of the changes they're planning on making to address the criticisms the community had for Zhongli. These planned changes will be available to test during the 1.3 beta test, and they made it clear that these changes are not final and they could change before it's released on live servers. MiHoYo announced previously that HP was the main stat for Zhongli, and they designed him to increase the survivability of party members through the use of shields. So a lot of these changes that they've come up with are going to revolve around his health, but it does seem like they want to add more ways for his health to directly increase his damage output. The first planned adjustment is a change to the way the passive talent Dominance of Earth works. The current effect of this talent increases Planet B4's damage by an amount equal to 33% of Zhongli's max HP. But with these planned changes, the damage of many of Zhongli's attacks will be increased based on his max HP. Zhongli's normal, charged, and plunging attack damage will be increased by 1.39% of his max HP. The Stone Steel, Resonance, and Holding mode damage of Dominus of Lapidus will be increased by 1.9% of his max HP, and Planet B4's damage will still be increased by 33% of Zhongli's max HP. There will also be changes to his elemental skill, Dominus Lapidus, and his holding mode. Originally, holding down his elemental skill would create a shield of Jade that scales based on Zhongli's max HP, and gave an additional 250% Geo damage absorption. Activating the skill also dealt Geo damage to nearby enemies, and it would also drain a large amount of Geo elements from up to 2 targets, which would do things like break or drain an enemy's Geo shields. But after these planned changes, holding down the elemental skill button would create a Stone Steel if the maximum amount you can create hasn't been reached yet, along with creating a Jade Shield. The Jade Shield's damage absorption will still scale based on Zhongli's max HP, but this time it will have 150% physical and elemental damage absorption instead of just Geo. It will still deal Geo damage to nearby enemies when used, and it will still drain Geo from 2 nearby targets. But one of the other changes to this skill is it will give Zhongli increased interruption resistance, which will make him less likely to be knocked back when you're activating the hold version of the skill. There were also planned changes to the Geo element, which aims to address the Enduring Rock Geo Resonance and the balance of Geo shields. Originally, the Geo Resonance effect Enduring Rock would increase resistance to interruption and increase your attack damage by 15% when you're protected by a shield. But after the planned changes, it will instead increase shield strength by 15%, and any characters protected by a shield will have their damage increased by 15%. Additionally, dealing damage to enemies while you're shielded will decrease the enemy's Geo resistance by 20% for 15 seconds. Geo shields are also been adjusted from having 250% Geo damage absorption to having 150% physical and elemental damage absorption, which will affect Zhongli's shield, Noel's shield, and Geo shields created when picking up Geo crystals, which are dropped by the Geo Visap hatchling enemies. The news post also went on to mention that all of these adjustments were not planned just to improve the playing experience of Zhongli as an individual character, but were done to better convey the shields and Geo playstyles that are associated with him. One of the common complaints I saw for Zhongli was that his damage output was pretty disappointing for a newly released 5-star character, and for a character that is meant to be powerful within the story of Genshin Impact. I'm sure MiHoYo still considers Zhongli a support character, and I'm sure some of these numbers will still be adjusted while he's in testing. But hopefully these changes put them in a better position to easily adjust how much his health can influence his overall damage output. But overall, if both of the planned Zhongli and Geo changes make it through testing, it will end up making Zhongli an even stronger defensive support character, so I don't really think it will change his role in a party. But hopefully the new characters that are arriving in the upcoming update won't need any additional adjustments and just meet the expectations of the player base when they're first added to the game. If you want to discuss Genshin Impact with the community or find other people to play with, then feel free to head over to my community Discord server. I post smaller gameplay clips and news updates over on Twitter between the videos that I make. So if you want to stay up to date with everything I'm doing, I'll put the links to Discord, Twitter, and a few other places you can find me in the description. If you want to see any of the other gameplay videos that I make for Genshin Impact or other action RPGs, then don't forget to subscribe and remember to click the bell so you'll be the first to know when a new video is available. I'll be making some new videos very soon, but until I make those videos, I'll see you all later.